Let's go ahead and take a look at the euro dollar. We first had a trade set up last week, and I was talking about getting short around 126 to 126.50. The market, the first time it came up here to 126, it fell off about 150 points. Then we came back up pre-London session, and then right before the London session, the market spiked up here right around 126.70 or so. Notice how it came right up to the previous resistance area before it broke down. After that, the market came right off the resistance, another 150 points or so, and then it's just consolidating right now. It did that right into the close of Friday. So for next week, I'm still looking to get short. There's always the chance that the market can just go ahead and sell off here. But I would be looking for a move back up into the resistance, maybe test the area of this wick. Okay, just look left here, make note of where the resistance areas are. Okay, we have one right here, and then up here. So just roughly, I would be looking for 127. If it does go a little bit higher, 128. I think those are going to be some really good areas that you could look to establish some short positions on. This is a currency that I would keep looking to get short, keep selling the rallies, build up a position, hold it over time. On a longer term perspective, I think we're going to be targeting 1.2. First I think we need to come back down in here into this area that we hit last week. It didn't stay down here very long before it rallied up, but I think we're going to come back down here. The weekly chart has a nice wick. If you pull that up, you'll see that, and then beyond that, 1.15. Okay, so that's that's a pretty big move. So just keep selling the rallies and hold this thing. That's going to give you your lowest risk trade with the highest profit potential. If you can ultimately get a couple positions out over time, and you have a very good chance of seeing a 500, 1,000, 1,500 point move here. Get several positions out on that, and that's going to pay off very nicely for you. The main thing to remember with whatever strategy you're trading is keep your risk low and manage the trade. Once you're up, go ahead and take some risk off the table, and be sure to take some profit along the way as well. Reward yourself for being disciplined and patient. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the pound. So the pound is similar to the euro, I think. We've pretty much been channeling in this channel here, a couple 100-point channel, for the last week or so. Just look at this candle right here. I think we're going to be looking for a move higher, followed by a sell-off. So I would be watching 146, 147 area. Okay, over here at the 147 area, it was previous support. It broke through that, so that could be previous. It could be resistance should the market trade back up in around that area. What I'm looking for is the ultimate candle or entry candle that I'm looking for is a 4-hour candle, which this is a 4-hour chart, and I would like it to close on the high. Okay, if it's a wide range candle, that's going to be all the better. Okay, and I primarily take those 4-hour candles that trade around the London session and New York session. Okay, all the other candles in between that I usually stand aside. I just let them pass. There are some times when I will trade the other candles, and that's when the trading setups are extremely mature, when they're at really good support and resistance levels. Okay, so just keep an eye out, again, maybe around the 146, 147 handle. The one caveat to that is if the market should move really far, maybe exceed those levels, and you get a wide range candle closing on or near the high, then that's your entry. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're trading on the close of the candle and not necessarily while the candle is forming, because you don't know how far the market's going to go. Okay, so let the market come to you. Let the market tell you how far it's going to go before you start taking the trade. Okay, it's just going to give you a lower risk trade that way. So my initial targets on the pound would be the 142 handle. Then on the monthly charts, we have some pretty big wicks, almost 1,000. Yeah, we have 1,000 pip wick on the monthly chart, and the low is right around the 135 handle. So that would be my next target I would be looking for. So it's the same thing on the euro. I want to build up a position. I want to start shorting this thing, keep shorting the rallies, keep your risk low, and letting the market move up before you start selling is going to give you those low risk trade entries. Okay, especially with what is going on in the background at this time. Okay, and the next currency we'll look at is the euro yen. So the euro yen has been extremely volatile recently. It's actually one of my favorite currency pairs to trade here. You know, it'll travel 200-300 pips in a blink of an eye, so it can be really fun, especially if you know what to look for and you know how to time your entries correctly. Okay, so right now it's just consolidating. We have a nice big wick right here, which I'm looking for it to be tested. Just like we had this massive wick right here, the market has already traded back down into that level. I would still be looking for places to get short, only doing so on rallies. Okay, so it's consolidating right now, and the 114 handle has been holding this last week, and every time it's popped up into this area, it's fallen off quite nicely. Okay, so pay attention to the 114. Next up is the 114, or excuse me, 115.32 or so, right in this area. Okay, this resistance area is going to be the next area that you'll be looking at getting a short position on. Again, wait for the entry candle, and just to review, that's a 4-hour candle around the London or New York session, closing on the high. Okay, so if you get a candle like that, that's what I'd be looking for to get short. My short-term targets, like I said before, are going to be the 110 handle. Then after that, I'll be looking for 100 and eventually 90. Just go ahead and look at the 1 month chart, and you'll see what's going on here. That's really the next support areas that this currency can target. So that's pretty far away. Same strategy as the other currency pairs we talked about. Keep selling the rallies, build up a position, and let the trade work. Okay, and that way you'll be able to see your account grow very nicely. All right, well, that's it for now. If you have any questions, and if you would like to receive these alerts throughout the week in real time, go ahead and send me an email, and I'll be happy to get you set up on that. If you have any questions, please let me know, and have a wonderful week trading.